someone would be here since they're Japanese to give us a perspective. Maybe we can do it another time. But since I have it open, why don't we try it right now? Let's see how many prefectures you know. So the first one, Fukui Prefecture. This is one that's hard for you to remember. If anyone knows anything about it, you can write something there. So yeah, it's lunchtime. Ja, mata ne, Shuo-san. Anyone who knows in chat, you can add information about each prefecture. So the way I remember Fukui Prefecture, is certain ones by their shape or location are easy to remember. And this one right here is one of them. This is Ishikawa Prefecture, and next to it is two prefectures. Fukui Prefecture is right next to it. That's how I remember where that is. If someone knows anything more about it, I know nothing about it other than where it is. So this is Fukui Prefecture. So I can click on it. And, oh no. I just pressed it twice, so I got that wrong. Let me restart. I did not get that next one wrong, so let's start again. So this time, here, I just said this one, Ishikawa. So all I really know about Ishikawa Prefecture is I watched Ishikawa Ken. I watched a documentary on Netflix about it where they make sake. So I know they make sake there. And this is the one that juts out, Ishikawa. You can kind of imagine Ishikawa. So it's the rock and river. So you can imagine this rock jutting out into this giant water, this giant river, Ishikawa, right here. If anyone knows anything else in comments, you can add something there. So Ishikawa right here. So next, Yamagata. So I don't know much about Yamagata, but the kanji you can see is the shape of a mountain. Yama, mountain, and gata, shape. Katachi means shape. And I know that it's in the Tohoku region. This whole north region here is the Tohoku region, the region affected by that tsunami a few years ago. And Yamagata is here. Anyone else know about Yamagata? It is right here anyway. If you know something, you can comment about it. So next, Miyagi Ken, Miyagi Prefecture. So that's also in the Tohoku area. The biggest city there is Sendai, so I know that about Miyagi, but I've never really been there, so I don't know much about it. If you know about it, you can say something. But here is Miyagi Prefecture. And if it's right, it's pink. If it's wrong, it'll be a different color. So far, 3 for 3. I might get some wrong. We'll see. So next prefecture. Oh, really? Kanagimoe. For Fukui, the author of The Tale of Genji lived there. Nice. So here, Fukui, the Tale of Genji author lived there. Very cool. And then next, Hyogo-ken. So Hyogo Prefecture is in the Kinki region. So that means the central region by Osaka. And the way I remember Hyogo is, I don't know much about it, but this whole big island, Honshu, this whole big island, usually there's a bunch of prefectures, right? But there's a few exceptions. Yamaguchi on the end, where I lived. Aomori on the other end, where I have been. And then Hyogo here. It's got a north shoreline, a south shoreline. Next to Osaka, Hyogo is right here. I had to look away. I missed where Yamaguchi was. Yeah, Yamaguchi's here. We haven't got Yamaguchi yet, but for me, Yamaguchi is special because I lived here, Yamaguchi Prefecture, for 2 years. I lived about right here where my arrow's pointing. And so when it comes up, that to me is like the easiest one. Yamaguchi. So the next one here, Shimane. So that's a prefecture that's not so well known, but it's easy for me because I've been there. It's next to Yamaguchi where I lived. Shimane is right here. If someone else knows anything more, you can write it. So that's Shimane Prefecture. And I highly recommend this quiz. Let me write this quiz in chat. So anyone else, you can bookmark it like I do and do it every couple months. You can learn all the prefectures like I did. It's a very good quiz. I'll add this to the chat right now, the link to this quiz. It is now in the chat. Let's go back to the chat. Go back to the quiz. So next, Saitama. So yesterday we had someone from Saitama in our chat. I think the person was Ryogo, was their name, or Ryoji. They were a streamer who streams Ni no Kuni 2, and they're from Saitama, which is right above Tokyo. Tokyo is the small one right here, and right above that is Saitama. Saitama. It's also the name of the main character in One Punch Man. Yep. Thank you, Ace Kid. Next to Tokyo. Geography level up. Exactly, Frankie. So we're leveling up right now in geography. Let's see if we can get all of them right. I'm sure with all of the party members we can. Probably I can get all of them alone, because I've done this quiz off and on for several months. I'd say I learned these all about a year ago with this quiz, just because I thought it's kind of pathetic not to know all of these, if I'm a Japanese teacher especially. So next. But the cool thing about this chat, people can add more details, because I don't know that, like, about most of these, I don't really know details about them beyond where they are or their shape. So Kanage Moe says, in Yamagata there are 3 sacred mountains. Really? They're a big pilgrimage site. Dewa Sanzan. Omoshiro, interesting. So that's about Yamagata Prefecture over here. So the next one here, Aichi Ken. Aichi Ken. So for this one, I don't really know much about Aichi Ken. I wish I knew more. It's kind of embarrassing to say how little I know about these prefectures. I have a really stupid way to remember this one. So you see the kanji, I, love. So because it's love, I imagine this shape here looks kind of like lips kissing. So I imagine Aichi. It's lips kissing. They're in love. That's Aichi. That's how I remember it. It's a very stupid story. So there is Nagoya. Oh, so do you live there? In Aichi, Ace Kid? The home of Toyota and Inuyama? That's where you live, right? Right now as an exchange student? Ryugakuse? So the way I remember it is a very stupid way. It looks like lips that are kissing. But a better way to remember it maybe is what Ace Kid said. Nagoya is there, very big city. Also the home of Toyota and Inuyama. And you are living there and you are in chat from there right now. So let's not get that one wrong. Aichi. Aichi Ken. Nice. So next. Nagano. So the way I remember Nagano, please add something if you know more, because the way I remember it is not very good. But it's just this big one in the middle. That's how I remember it. There's 2 kind of big ones in the middle, Nagano and Gifu. The biggest one is Nagano. So that is Nagano. I personally want to live in Hyogo. Or no, did you say Yokohama you want to live in? Yeah, Yokohama. I read that wrong at first. Yeah, we'll see. That's not a prefecture, but Yudan, konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. 今から日本の地理を勉強してます. We are currently studying Japanese geography, so if you can help, 一緒に頑張ろう. 一緒に勉強しよう. 日本の県ですね. So next we are at Osaka Fu. Osaka Fu. So that's an easy one because it's Osaka, the biggest city, and because of that it's a small prefecture here. Osaka. And in Hyogo we have, what do we have, Kanage Moe? Himeji-jo, like Himeji Castle? Right, Himeji Castle. Yeah, Nihon no Todofuken. そうですね。勉強中。一緒にみんなでチャットで Japanese Quest で勉強してます。Yeah, we're studying all the Japanese prefectures together as a group. So anyone who has information, add the information, and people can watch this video and be helped as they learn it. So Himeji Castle is in Hyogo, which is here. Like Kanage Moe said, Himeji-jo. Himeji Castle is right here. So next, Okayama. Okayama Ken. Okinawa Prefecture. So I don't know much about Okayama other than the kanji means Oka means hill and Yama means mountain. So Hill Mountain Prefecture. And that is right here, Okayama. The way I remember it, I lived near there. So I lived in Yamaguchi and it's 2 prefectures over. So it's in the same region called Chugoku, the Chugoku region. So Okayama. Hi. ユランさん、面白い情報があったら教えてください。お願いします。一緒に勉強しよう。So next, Toyama. Toyama Ken. Uh, so Toyama is one I don't know anything about other than where it is. I know it's next to Ishikawa, the one that juts out. This should be Toyama, but I don't know anything about it. So if someone knows something about it, you can teach us. Toyama. I think it's here. Yatta. Got it right. So the next one, Ibaraki Ken. So I don't know much about Ibaraki either, but I do know it's near Tokyo, and it kind of has this sharp point to it. Ibaraki. Someone knows something about it. 教えてください. So Yudan says, Okayama Ken to ieba. So it's famous for Momotaro. Yeah, it's famous for having Momotaro, the story of Momotaro. So let's look at that again. So Okayama here had the story of this famous legend, the Peach Boy, Momotaro. Often pronounced Ibaraki, naruhodo. And that is here, so let's click on that. いいですね。勉強になった。ありがとう。So next, Akita. Akita Ken. So I don't know much about Akita, but it is next to Aomori at the top. Akita. And I've also heard of Akita Bijin. So there's like apparently beautiful girls in Akita Prefecture, and it's called Akita Bijin. Akita Bijin. Bijin means beautiful, like a beautiful person. So Akita Bijin means like beautiful people in Akita. And they're famous, I guess, for having beautiful people or beautiful girls in Akita. But that's literally all I really know about it. So if someone knows more, you can teach us more about Akita up here in the north. And we are correct. Good. And so Osaka is famous for, for manzai and owarai geinin. So yeah, comedians. Osaka is famous for having comedians there over here. True. You think this... Yukiguni. Snow Country, the novel Snow Country by, I believe... I forget who that's by, actually, but that takes place in Akita. Shirinakatta. Yeah, manzai comedy. Watashi mo suki desu. Let's go to the next one. Saga Ken. So Saga Prefecture is in Kyushu. And I do know this one. I drove through here recently in a bus. I know it's kind of a small one between Nagasaki and Fukuoka. I know those ones pretty well, but Saga, I don't know that well. Anyone know anything about Saga Prefecture? Saga no koto amari shiranai. But it's between Nagasaki and Fukuoka. Fukuoka to Nagasaki no aida ni arimasu ne. Yatta. Sekai desu. So that was correct. Next, Niigata. The kanji is kind of difficult. I don't know much about Niigata, but I know it's a very long prefecture on the side here. It's very long. I know it by shape. Niigata is right here. So ですね。私も downtown が好きですよ. I also like downtown. So Yudan says, so Saga is famous for really balloon festival. Balloon Festival. I did not know that. So apparently, Saga Prefecture here is famous for a balloon festival. 勉強になった. 嬉しい. So let's imagine a balloon there. Like maybe we can draw some of these. You think? Let's make a balloon. We can make a balloon rising out of Saga. And then who had Momotaro? That was Akita. So let's make kind of like a peach. Can make kind of like a peach for Akita. All right, let's continue. So Tsugi wa Niigata. I don't know much about Niigata, but I know it's here. Tsugi wa Tokushima. I also don't know much about Tokushima, but I know it's in Shikoku, down here. Tokushima wa koko desu ne. So Yudan says, Momotaro wa Wakayama. Oh, I got it wrong. Wakayama. Sorry. Machigaemashita. So, yeah, the peach is down here. Peachy. Momotaro. Okayama. Arigato. So the balloon festival, omoshirousou. All right, so let's go to the next one. Tokushima. Tokushima Prefecture is where? Yeah, it's in Shikoku, but I don't know much about it. Amari shiranai. Demo koko desu ne. Tokushima. Hai, seikai desu. Next, Oita. So today, one of our people on this quest with us, one of our party members, Shua-san, talked about Oita Prefecture in Kyushu. So Oita, I don't know much about it. The way I remember it is you have this finger-shaped prefecture called Ehime pointing, and the one it's pointing at is Oita. So Oita is here. Oita wa koko desu ne. Seikai desu. And then Aomori. I just went there last summer. Natsu ni Aomori ni ikimashita ne. I went to Aomori. They're famous for apples. And they also have a festival there they're famous for. I forget the name of it at the moment, but Aomori, it's right before you get to Hokkaido, so it's an easy one to remember. Aomori, Blue Forest Prefecture. Onsen. Naruhodo. So apparently in Oita they have a lot of onsen. Onsen in Oita here. That helps me remember. Yeah, it's like Beppu there. Beppu ga arimasu ne. Oita de. Beppu is famous for having a bunch of onsens. I think the city of Beppu is there and has lots of onsens, I believe. So next, Kumamoto. So I know Kumamoto is in Kyushu. They are famous for Kumamon. They have a famous character there. Let's see if we can see that character. Kumamon. Perhaps you've seen this character before. Kumamon, kawaii desu ne. So it's the Yurukera. They have these characters for each prefecture called Yurukera. More than just prefectures. And the one for Kumamoto is perhaps the most famous. When I was there, you see this character everywhere. So let's do it. Kumamoto. It's here in the middle of Kyushu. Yatta. And then next, Fukushima. So Fukushima was the one that was largely affected by the tsunami and earthquake 5 or 6 years ago. And it's the bottom of the Tohoku region. But that's most all I know about that. So Fukushima, right here. Ace Kid says, I feel sorry when all the prefectures I know are from big earthquakes. So desu yo ne. Watashi mo chotto hazukashii. I wish I knew more. That's why I'm doing this. I hope more people can tell information about these prefectures. So yeah, anyone who's watching, if you, like, weigh in on any prefectures you see, we can learn more about these prefectures. If it's useful, we can add this to YouTube. People can learn from this, maybe. So next, Kanagawa. Kanagawa. So that one is right below Tokyo. Tokyo no minami desu ne. Kanagawa. So Tokyo is here, the small one, right below Tokyo. Kanagawa. I believe this is where Yokohama is. Next, Fukui. Fukui. We talked about that before. Next to Ishikawa. Fukui. And someone said something about Fukui, but I forgot what. Kanagemoi, what did you say? I think you said something about Fukui Prefecture, but I forgot what it was. Hai, tsugi wa Yamanashi. So Yamanashi is famous for having Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji. It's also right next to Tokyo on the left side, on the west. And Sugiwa Fukuoka Ken. So this one I'm pretty familiar with it. Fukuoka has a big city in it, Fukuoka, and it is right next to where I lived. I lived in Yamaguchi. Fukuoka's right here, so I often went to Fukuoka for the mall, the big city. Fukuoka, yatta. Fukuoka ni sundemasu ne. Yudan lives in Fukuoka, I believe. So let's do Fukuoka, right next to Yamaguchi and Oita and Kumamoto and Saga. Right. So what they said before, Kanagemoi said, Fukui Prefecture, the writer of Genji Monogatari, the tale of Genji, lived here. Fukuoka wa koku desu ne. Yatta. So far, these are all circles, so we've been correct on everything so far. Tsugi wa Miyazaki. So Miyazaki Prefecture, also in Kyushu. In this case, a bit further south, so it's south of Oita, next to Kagoshima. And I went here last summer, Miyazaki Ken. Yatta. Tsugi wa Mie Ken. I don't know much about Mie Prefecture, but I know it's this long one that's shaped kind of... It's got a unique shape, but I don't really know anything about Mie Prefecture. Does anyone know anything about Mie? Zenzen shiranai. Mie Ken ni tsuite zenzen shiranai. Demo koko. This is Mie. Tsugi wa Shizuoka. So I know Shizuoka. I've been to Shizuoka, and Kuri Sensei also lived here for a year as an exchange student. It has an interesting shape. It's near Tokyo. Tokyo's here. Shizuoka, right here. It's got two big cities, Shizuoka and I think Hamamatsu as well. Tsugi wa Hiroshima. So Hiroshima is easy for me. I lived near Hiroshima. It's got a big city, Hiroshima, that obviously had a atomic bomb dropped on it. Hiroshima is right here. Anyone else, if you want to learn the prefectures, I highly recommend this quiz. If you do it every day, you can learn them in a week. It's not too difficult, but maybe it helped me that I had some knowledge. If you use a tool like this, you can read them as well and learn their readings. So Hiroshima should be here. Tsugi wa Iwate, also in the Tohoku region. Iwate ken koku desu ne. Tsugi wa Yamaguchi. So that's where I lived in Japan for 2 years. Yamaguchi de eigo o oshiemashita. I taught English in this prefecture. Tsugi wa Tochigi. Tochigi. So that is right above... To me, this is maybe the hardest one to remember, but it's right above Saitama. Saitama. It should be here for Tochigi. Kanagemoi says... A lot of places are still no-go due to radiation in Fukushima. So desu yone, that's true. And Ise Grand Shrine is in Mie. Ah, really? A very famous shrine is in Mie Prefecture. So Mie is here, a famous shrine there, and radiation is still a problem in some areas in Fukushima Prefecture here. And then Shadow Cappy says, speaking of radiation, I was born on the same day but different year as the bomb dropping in Nagasaki. So Nagasaki's here. Naruhodo. Kanashii desu ne. So tsugi wa Tottori. So Tottori is here. It's near where I lived in Japan. I believe it's famous for the Tottori dunes. They have great sand dunes there. Let me quick show a picture of that. Here's Kumamon. Totori sand dunes. Let's check that out. Check it out. I recommend checking out the Totori sand dunes. I've never been there, but it really looks like a desert. Sabaku desu ne. Totori Sakyu. Yeah. The Totori sand dunes in English, in Japanese, Totori Sakyu. Kirei desu ne. Alright, so Totori is here. You can find those sand dunes here. Watashi mo ikitai ne. Well, you're in Japan, you can go to it, Ace. You can go. Tsugi wa Shiga Ken. This is another one I know almost nothing about, but I know it is near Osaka, the small prefecture next to Kyoto. So this is Osaka, Kyoto, Nara, Wakayama, Hyogo. It helps me to learn them in clusters around cities that I know, like Tokyo, Saitama, Chiba, Kanagawa, Yamanashi, Shizuoka. Helps a lot to build out from what you know. So like that's what I did to learn more. Yamaguchi, I lived here, build out. Shimane, Hiroshima, Fukuoka, build out from what you know is what I recommend. So Shiga, build out from Osaka. So Osaka, Kyoto, Shiga. But I don't know anything about it. Chotto hazukashii. Zenzen shiranai. So Lake Biwa is in Shiga. Ah, yeah, I think you may be right. One of the biggest lakes, it's like the biggest lake in Japan, right? Biwako, Lake Biwa. Yeah, let's type in Lake Biwa. Lake Biwa. And it is in Shiga, it looks like. Kirei desu ne. So desu ne, ichiban oki na mizumi desu ne. Tashikani. Yeah, we did talk about Tochigi, but I don't know much about Tochigi. Yeah, the kanji's kind of blurry on the screen. Sorry about that. I'm trying to hover over and have it be a little easier to see, but yeah, we did look at Tochigi, but right now we're looking at Shiga Prefecture, where is Lake Biwa is there. So Shiga Prefecture here. Tsugi wa Okinawa Prefecture. So Cappy says sunlight is in Tochigi? Nikko? I'm not totally sure I understand that. They have a lot of sunlight there, or is there something else that means? Interesting. So the next one is Okinawa. Everyone should know that, I hope. It's the small islands on the south. Okinawa. Yeah, right. Nikko. But what do you mean by that, though? It means like sunlight, right? So Okinawa. So we went all the way to the south, Okinawa, now all the way to the north for Hokkaido. Probably the easiest one of all of them is Hokkaido. Very big. Totemo oki desu ne. Ah, Nikko wa basho desu ka. Naruhodo. A certain shrine, Toshogu Shrine, is in Nikko. Shiranakatta. I did not know that. So a shrine is in Tochigi. Benkyou ni natta. Arigato. So next, Hokkaido in the north. Kagawa. Kagawa is in Shikoku. So Kagawa, I think, might be the smallest prefecture. And I don't know much about Kagawa other than where it is. It's in Shikoku. It has kawa in it, so it's on the water. Helps me remember it. Kagawa is here. And then Kanagimoe says, Okinawa has the U.S. Air Base and is very different Japanese from the mainland. So desu yo ne. Ah, topu ni nobotta. Oh, you climbed up to the shrine. Urayamashii, noboritai. Omoshirosou. So, tsugi wa Nara. Nara Prefecture. Kagawa Ken wa udon ga yume desu. Honto desu ka? So they are famous for udon. Those udon thick noodles in Kagawa. So here they have udon. Tabetai. Oishisou. But for Nara Ken, I know they're famous for the deer in the city of Nara. I've been there before. So Nara is south of Osaka. So Nara is here. And then Kochi, I don't know much about, but I know it's the biggest prefecture in the Shikoku region. Kochi. So Kochi is here, this big one here. So there's an air base in Kanagawa Prefecture. Ah, okay. Air and sea base in, what is that city? In Atsugi City. Naruhodo. In Kanagawa, which is south of Tokyo. Naruhodo. It's shared by the US, Japan, and I think a few other countries. Shiranakatta. Hai, tsugi wa Kochi. So I don't really know anything about Kochi, but it's this big one, this big prefecture in Shikoku. Koku desu ne. Yatta. And then next, tsugi wa Wakayama. So also in the Kinki region. I know it's south of Osaka, but beyond that I don't know much. Wakayama Ken. So Wakayama to me is easy to remember because it's south of Osaka and also on the southern coast. Wakayama should be here, but I don't know much about it. So if anyone knows, Wakayama no koto oshiete kudasai. Hai, tsugi wa Ehime. Ehime Prefecture is also in Shikoku. It's the one that looks like a finger pointing at Oita Prefecture. That's the way I remember it. Beyond that, I don't know much about it. Ehime Prefecture. So let's try that. Ehime, right here. You can see it looks like a finger here, pointing. You can imagine Ehime. Hime means princess. You can kind of imagine a princess pointing her finger. The story helps me anyway. Kanage Moe says, I learned a lot of interesting facts about these different prefectures from, is that Loke Mitsu? A Japanese TV program with a comedian who dresses up as Asuka and traveling around Japan. Ah, naruhodo. Omoshirosou. Lokemitsu. So loke meaning like location. So Wakayama Ken wa umeboshi. Ah, it's famous for umeboshi, like the sour plum. Dried plum. Ato mikan mo yume desu. Also famous for mikan, or mandarin oranges. Naruhodo, shiranakatta. We can draw that one on there too, maybe. Let's draw a bit of a mikan. Umeboshi and mikan. Doesn't look so good with the yellow, but this can be umeboshi. Hai, tsugi wa Ehime. So yeah, again, that's like kind of like a princess pointing. Tsugi wa Gunma. I do not know much about Gunma either, but I know it's near Tokyo, and it's kind of big, kind of round one. Right here next to Nagoya and Niigata, and next to Saitama and Tochigi. Gunma's kind of in the middle here. It's completely landlocked, unlike a lot of these that have a shoreline. Gunma's here. I feel like I see a lot of news stories about Gunma, people in Gunma doing bad things or weird things. Tsugi wa Chiba Ken. So I don't know much about Chiba other than there's Tokyo Disneyland is in Chiba. And it's near Tokyo, obviously, for Tokyo Disneyland. Chiba Ken is here. There's also, I think, other amusement parks here as well. Chiba Ken. Tsugi wa Gunma Ken. Hayashi so. Yeah, if you're basing that off what I said, I could be totally wrong. It's just maybe it was one news day that I saw a lot of Gunma Prefecture. I don't really know. Uh, so isn't there a certain Narita Kuko? Yeah, Narita Airport I think might be in Chiba too. Yeah, I think you might be right. Shadow Cappy. And then also Nagasaki. So I lived my first time ever in Japan. I went to Nagasaki Prefecture and I did a homestay for 1 week in Nagasaki. So I remember very well where that is. Nagasaki's at the end of all of Japan on the west. Also, Nagasaki obviously is where there was the Kakubakudan, the nuclear weapon, was dropped in that city. The same day Shadow Cappy was born. So Nagasaki is here. Only 4 more. Let's see if we can get them all right. Then we will level up on this quest. Then we can add all the prefectures to our power level. Maybe not, a lot of words, but hopefully we can learn some of them. Kyoto-fu. So I've also lived here for a month doing a homestay studying Japanese. Kyoto is next to Osaka on the top, right here. Kyoto, the old capital of Japan, was there. It's a very famous city, obviously. Highly recommended to go there. Kyoto wa kirei desu ne. So tsugi wa Kagoshima. Kagoshima. So for me, Kagoshima is kind of easy to remember because it's the very southernmost point of the mainland. Down here, Kagoshima. There's an island called Sakurajima that has a volcano there that I went to last summer. Highly recommend checking it out. Sakurajima wa kirei desu yo. Let me quick Google it so I can show you guys. Sakurajima. Check it out. It's a currently active volcano. You can see the island here and the volcano. The island from above looks like that, but it's currently, you can see smoke billowing from it. When I saw it, it looked like this. There was smoke coming up from it. Sakurajima. Sugoi desu ne. I recommend checking it out. It's in Kagoshima, the south of Kyushu. Hai. Tsugi wa. So Kagoshima, we can click on that right here. Ato futatsu. So 2 more. So Shadow Cappy says, I don't live in Yokohama. If I don't live in Yokohama, I'd like to live in Kyoto. But I heard the crime rate there is the highest in the country. Really? Bikurishita. I'm surprised. It seemed great when I lived there. I didn't see any crime, so I wouldn't worry. Like the high for Japan probably still means very low. Hai, tsugi wa Tokyo. Tokyo-to. So the metropolitan area of Tokyo. You know it's got to be tiny because there's so many people packed in there. So there's this small sliver here. Tokyo. And around it, helps to remember the ones around it too. Saitama, Chiba. Saitama on top. Chiba on the side. On the bottom, Kanagawa. On the left, on the west, Mount Fuji is there, and that is Yamanashi. And here, Tokyo. One more. Gifu. Saigo. Gifu Ken. So Gifu, the way I remember it, I don't know much about it. Zenzen shiranai kedo. Koko desu ne. Nagoya no Tanari. So it's the 2 big ones in the middle are Nagoya and Gifu. Gifu is next to Nagoya. So Gifu is right here. Yatta! Dekimashita! Zenbu! Seikai datta. Yatta! So anyone who gave information, thank you for all the details. Hopefully some people can watch and learn from this video. And I also linked this quiz if anyone else wants to take it. I highly recommend that you try it and learn all the prefectures, because it's just good to know where things are happening when you hear about different news and stuff in Japan. Battle of Sekigahara was in Gifu. Naruhodo. It's like a famous historical battle. I actually don't know much about that battle. I probably should. Yatta! Dekimashita. So let's go back to the game. Dekimashita ne. Yatta. I think for completing that quiz, we should get a sound effect. Tsuyoku natta ne. That is the power of geography. Chiri no chikara.